StegAI is an offshoot of some of the work that me and my co-founder, Professor Kristen Dana at Rutgers, worked on over the course of my PhD. So at the time, we were trying to figure out how do we make codes that we can hide in images and videos that people can't see but your camera can see. And we spent years doing this, published in a number of venues, number of papers, and then culminated in a CVPR 2019 paper and a demo. And then people used to ask us, like, hey, this is cool, but what do you use it for? What are the applications? And we used to make things up, we think it'll be cool for advertising. But in the last semester of my PhD, I really wanted to answer this question seriously. So we formed a team, did a bunch of customer discovery through a program with the NSF, National Science Foundation, called iCore. Learned a lot about kind of the testing hypotheses of product market fit, our commercialization potential, stuff like that. And then came out of it saying okay, let's start a company.
Yeah. What was the outcome of the product market fit research?
I mean, we learned that there was a big need in the social media space for better understanding the content that people were submitting to their platforms, because social media companies are liable for that content, and increasingly so with some new copyright laws. So they needed a way to tell really precisely what is it that our people are submitting. Is this something that we're going to get a big bill for later?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this would be for inappropriate footage, videos, etc. that could be posted to social media that could get them into trouble?
It's all kinds of stuff. Actually, the big use case that they were really concerned with was live sports. So people streaming, even taking their...
Less about people getting offended, but more about the financial, getting sued for...
Yeah, I mean, I think that community standards is the job, right? But copyright is a huge part of that, right? They have a big cost if they're distributing super valuable, short shelf life sports content. So we were like, oh yeah, I think that's something we could do, and started talking to social media companies more and more, started talking to companies that were making this content and, distributing it, and then kind of found our way into the NFT space, found our way into protection for consumer electronics companies, protecting their secret images, stuff like that. Yeah, but it's been a fun journey. I just said this a minute ago, but it's really I've been working on the same project for almost 10 years now, right? This is an offshoot of my dissertation work, so it's cool to see the whole life cycle of an idea from conception to research and publications to startup, product, traction, things like that, and obviously we're hoping to change the world too.
Yeah. What's the background behind the name?
Oh, okay. So the technology is called steganography, photographic steganography. And when we were forming our initial team to kind of pilot and see if there's some commercial potential, we called ourselves Stegosaurus Software, kind of a play on that. And then actually a friend of mine, I think was asking me about it and sent a typo in the messaging app to us, and he was like, hey, how's StegAI going? And I'm like, that's good, that's the name. Yeah.
Awesome, yeah. And then, so exactly how the technology works, it's encoding a couple of non-visible to the human eye pixels in a video and images?
Yeah. So the whole idea is that we want to embed information in images and video, and we do it by actually modulating the pixel values, right? The trick is we need to do it such that you and I can't see these changes. It can't be detectable to the human vision system, but it also has to be really sturdy, okay? So our customers care about, our images being protected if they're resized, if they're compressed a lot. Even if you print them out on a piece of paper, take a picture of it with your smartphone, or put it on a screen and scan it with your smartphone, we still want to be able to get that signal that we've embedded there. And we do it with deep learning. We essentially have models of the human vision system that we've come up with. We have models of all these different physical transformations that we've trained to, and we put it together in an objective function and train an approach that's highly adaptable to the content that you're actually embedding in. So it knows to make changes in regions that we're not going to see, that are still going to be sturdy, changes from image to image.
Yeah. So then are these changes, are they like localized to a specific area, or is it across the entire image?
It depends. It depends on the image. It's usually spread in many parts of the image or of the video, but it can be concentrated in one place. It can be changing in time in a video. Yeah, just depends on the content and the solution that the customer needs.